Good evening, all. Why so less numbers? Day by day decreasing. Huh?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening. So now, today we'll go for the GST. Okay, so GST topic. Just we'll discuss GST and I'll show you the practical sums on the GST. So yesterday's little we have discussed already. So do you have any doubts in the last sessions?
No, ma'am.
So no doubts, right? Okay. So now we'll go for the GST topic. GST is the goods and service tax. Okay. So goods and service tax, goods and service means two types of business will be there, with inventory and without inventory. So with inventory business is a goods, without inventory business is a service. So goods and service tax. So services like your banks, colleges, so any which is not inventory related, those are services. Any institutions, so all these are your services. So GST will be applicable for that. Okay, so goods and service tax. So goods and service tax is like an indirect tax. It's an indirect tax. In the yesterday session, we have already discussed. So what is indirect? So what is direct and all. In the taxation, if you come, there is a two types of taxations. Okay, direct tax and indirect tax, direct tax and indirect tax. So direct tax is here on the basis of your income you pay directly to the government. So those are the direct tax. Indirect tax you pay for your items. So that person, okay, that person will pay for the government. So that is indirect tax. So this is like your unified common market. Okay, so means all market, one nation, one tax will be there. One market, one taxation will be there. So it's a unified common market, we can call this. So it's a single tax. So it's a single tax on your supply of goods and services. So it will be a single tax. We call that as single tax also. Before and all, if you purchase, if you sell, lots of 3 to 4 types of taxes they were adding. So now anywhere you go, same thing, one and only GST will be there. Okay, so anywhere from the manufacturer to the consumer. So before and all, so from the manufacturer to the consumer, different types of taxes were adding. For distributor separate tax, for manufacturer separate tax, like this different types of taxes they were adding. So but now wherever you go, if you are a manufacturer, if you are a distributor or retailer or consumer, wherever you go, so you this is a only one tax, GST. Okay, so GST. So what are the benefits? You think like that. So what are the benefits of GST is there? So it's your easy compliance. So very much easy for that is. Okay, so to handle or to upload, so to put a taxation also, it's very easy. So it's a uniformity tax rates and structures, all prescribed tax. So okay, so for this item, this is the only tax rates wherever you go. If you purchase in Tamil Nadu also, this is the tax rates. If you purchase in Karnataka also, this is the tax rates. It won't change. So it's a uniformity of tax rates and structures. Removal of cascading. So it's a removal of cascading will be. What do you mean of cascading? Have you heard? What do you mean of cascading? At least if you know, no. Yes, yes. Huh?
Yes,
Can't you
ma'am.
respond that also? Huh? Tell me, what do you mean of cascading? Don't know. Cascading means it's a tax on tax. Okay, it's a tax on tax will be there. So cascading. So means you have 3-4 types of clubbing or taxations and all. So that is removal of cascading. So from the GST, it's all removed out. Cascading. Now tax on tax is not there. Only one tax, that is GST. Okay. So it's a competitiveness. So it will improve your competitiveness. So it's distributors and the retailers are there. No? It's very gain to them. It's very profitable. GST is a profitable. Okay. So it's administration also. It's very easy to handle GST and administration also. It's very easy. So because you no need to file 3-4 types of taxations. Only one type of taxation you can file. So administrative also it's very easy, and faking or anything making, so that and all will not be there in the GST. It's very strict and we can track your recordings. Okay, we can track your recordings. So it's and even for consumers also it won't be confusion. Suddenly if they tell service tax, suddenly if they tell VAT, sales tax and all, so even consumer also won't get problem. So because they know only one GST is there. So GST is the charges. Okay. So tax on tax will not be there. The tax burden, it will not be there. Okay. So when the tax has been introduced, GST tax,
First July 2017.
student is there to listen. Thank God. Okay. So now, before the taxes, okay, so what all was there up to direct and indirect? So direct still it is there like that only. So indirect taxes like a VAT, luxury tax, purchase tax, so entry tax and the custom duties, central excise duty, service tax. So all these are washed out. All these are not there. So clubbing of this, they have created one GST. So GST. Okay, so all this is not there now presently. So next is here like GST. You already know the details of that. So what is GST and all, and the older taxations will go off. Okay, but how the GST has to pay? On what you have to pay GST? Okay, so that and all we'll check it out. So it's like your the supply of goods or services on the basis what you supply to your consumer. For that it should be charged GST. Okay, so GST will be having that intrastate and interstate. Intrastate and interstate. So what is intrastate and what is interstate? Do you know what is intrastate and what is interstate?
Yes, ma'am.
What is intrastate and what is interstate?
Interstate means inside the state, ma'am, and outside the state, ma'am.
Which is inside, which is outside? Interstate and intrastate. Which is inside, which is outside?
Interstate, ma'am. Interstate is inside the state. Tax are
Inter,
paid only inside the state.
intrastate means?
Interstate means other country will export goods from other countries, other states.
Please reverse the answer. Reverse the answer. Intrastate means inside. Interstate means outside. Okay, intra. Intra means inside the state. Interstate means outside the state. Okay, so like this, it will be chargeable. Okay, it will be chargeable. So for interstates or for intrastates, everything we have separate types of taxations. I will show you that. So before going to that, GST have some registration numbers. So how many digits registration numbers are there in GST?
15, ma'am.
Sorry? Sorry, what is the number? Digits. How many digits are there? registration. 15 digits registration number is there. So they have specified the 15. Why it is 15 is required. Okay. So why 15 is required. So let's specify that. So the first two will be what? Have you seen your registration numbers? GST registration numbers anywhere?
GSTIN.
Huh?
GSTIN. That's from that number, ma'am.
Yeah, so first two is the what number specified? GST. You have not seen anywhere? Okay, so GST contains 15 registration number. If you have received your receipt from the college, okay, for fee paid, you can check out their registration number will be there. Okay, so GST registration number, you can check it out that. So in that it will be mentioned.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so now the first two is your state code. Each and every state, so have this code. Okay, have this code. So, like, can you guess out Karnataka? What is the code? Huh? Karnataka, what is the code? You have not seen.
Asking about GST code, ma'am.
Sorry?
29, ma'am.
29, ma'am.
Karnataka, someone has answered. What is that?
29.
So
29.
Karnataka GST is 29. The state code is your 29. Okay. So like this, we have around total, I think so, 33 codes are there. Okay. 33 to 36 something codes are there. Okay. So up to, I think 37 also will come. 37 also I have seen. Up to 37, I think so. Okay. So for Tamil Nadu, what is the number? Don't know.
33, I think.
Yeah, it may be around, I think so. 32
33,
or
ma'am.
yeah, 32 or 33 it may come. Okay, for Tamil Nadu. But for Karnataka, must and should it is for 29. Okay. Got it? So,
Ma'am.
okay, someone was asking some doubt. Is there any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now first two is your state codes. Okay. Then next 10 is your company PAN card number. Now company PAN card is compulsory, whether if you have tea shop or whether it is your coffee day. Okay. So all you should have the company PAN card. So company PAN card is must and should. So then after that they have specified some codes like a Z they have still not specified. Okay, so Z they have not specified, they have left blank till. Okay, they may specify in the future. In the future they'll specify. Last Z will come. Okay, so and registration process also will be there, that you can check it out what all the registration process. First you should have a PAN card, and you should have a registered mobile number and registered email ID. Okay, proper. So if you have this, then you can go for the registration. PAN card, mobile number, email ID is enough. Okay, so it's enough for you to the registration. Okay, and you will get some OTPs, so reference numbers, and you can apply from that. So now everything is online, you no need to go anywhere, and you no need to consult the auditor also. Before and all, we used to meet, consult the auditor, need to take a lots of forms from the lawyers also. Okay, that procedure, this, that document, this document and all. Now everything is online, everything is in proper way. You can only do your filings and all. If you have some basic knowledge, you can do it everything arm's length. Okay, you no need to wait for someone else to do. Okay. So then after that, you will be having a, under the GST, you will be having a CGST, SGST, UTGST, and IGST. So CGST is your central government, SGST is your
Ma'am,
state government.
ma'am,
Yes.
you didn't share the screen, ma'am.
No, nothing. Still, I have not started tally. I'm doing theory.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so I have not started tally. Just I'm going through about the GST. So for the GST, we have around 2 to 4 types. That is CGST, SGST, UTGST, IGST. So CGST belongs to central government, SGST belongs to state government, UTGST belongs to union territories. What is union territories? How many union territories are there?
9, ma'am.
Okay, so why it is separate? One UTGST they have done. Any idea? Why we call that as union territory? Huh? Why we call that as union? What is the meaning of union territory? Union territory means a separate legislature will be there for that. A separate government will be there for those places. But our government, our central government only will be there. Our central government partially or fully, okay, so sometimes partially or fully will be involved in that. That is one separate place. Okay, that is one separate place. So that's why that is separate UTGST. So any tax collected from those places, so it is UTGST. So IGST is your interstate. Okay, state to state, if any transaction is done, so then IGST. Okay, so you will be having like a CGST. So CGST, what all the old taxes was there? So excise duty, surcharges, service tax, all this comes under CGST. Okay, so SGST and all, so will comes under VAT, purchase e-taxes, luxury taxes, entry taxes, surcharges. So all these are comes under your SGST. Okay, so your SGST. So like this IGST, CST was there. The old taxation, CST, Central Sales Tax something was there. So that will falls under your IGST. Okay, like this you have around CGST, SGST and IGST. So it's collected by central government and it's collected by state government. Okay, so and IGST so will be collected from central but share between the state and center. First it will collect from the central only, then 50% will be shared to the state also. IGST. Okay, IGST. So now, so how GST, intra-state GST will be there. Okay. So first is your like a, if you purchase in Karnataka, okay, the location of supplier. So main thing it will concentrate on location of the supplier. Okay, it should be Karnataka. Place of a supply also should be Karnataka. Then intra-state means inside of the state only purchase and sale should be done. Then only intra-state. So location of the supplier and the place of the supply also should be same. So then CGST, yes, GST will be charged. CGST, SGST will be charged in case if you purchased in same state only. If you purchase and sales, then same state. Location of the supplier is in Karnataka and place of the supply is in Tamil Nadu. So the supplier name, the supplier location will be on Karnataka and it will supplies to the Tamil Nadu. Okay, so then you can charge interstate. So there is one more interstate. Okay, so that we call that as IGST. By this time, IGST, you should charge IGST. Okay. So like tax invoice, I already showed you in the first initial classes only, one tax invoice. So in that pending is your GST topic. Okay, pending is your GST topic. So GST topic, so is now going on. So now how to print a tax invoice. So whether it's any copies are required or not required. So yes, so it's required. Okay, so copies are required. Okay, how many copies? Original for recipient. Okay, so for recipients you can charge for, you can give original. For duplicate for transporter, because what will happen in the tempos and all, they will take it up the items, your deliver items and all. So what will happen in between, the police may ask. So for that reason they should have the bill copy. They should have the bill copy to show for the police to not to treat it as smuggling goods. Okay, so that's the reason. So duplicate for transporter, triplicate for supplies. So triplicate will be there, triplicate for supplies. So original for recipients means original for the customers, and in between transportation one. Okay, so then after, in case if we purchase directly, then transportation is not required. Okay, so you can take it with you only. So that's why 3 copies of invoice should be printed for one transaction as per the rule, for one transaction. Okay. For services, any like see, if you have with inventory 3 copies of invoice, without inventory any service business and all, so then you can have only 2 copies, because transportation and all will not be there. So for service 2 copies. So any doubts till now? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Yes. So you people are understanding or not understanding? Don't know. Okay, so because doubts are not there, right? You won't ask doubts and all. So that's why I'm feeling like, okay, whether they understood, if they understood, no doubts, or not understood, also no doubts. Okay, so I'll be having always doubt whether they are understanding or not. Okay, so like this only. So if you compare the last year taxations and this year taxation, okay, so if you compare like that, so for example, if you compare like what we'll purchase one car. Okay, so we'll purchase one car. So it's a manufacturing cost will be like 4 lakh rupees. Manufacturing costing, like they're manufactured for 4 lakh rupees, and they charge tax on that. They charge tax on that, for that 52,000. So again, okay, for that 52,000, before if you manufacture, before they used to charge, before GST they used to charge excise duty 57,000, like that. On the 4 lakh it will come, on the 4 lakh 52,000. So excise duty. So then VAT, they used to charge VAT. Okay, so like this 2 types of tax they were charging for one item. So before, okay. So then after that again it will comes to the dealer. So dealer also set a margin and he will also charge the tax. So then he will give it to the retailers. So even retailers will do same. Okay, so we'll do same. So even retailers also so can't do all this thing. Okay, so before and all, like this cascading effects was there, tax on tax, tax on tax. So now wherever you go, so only GST, only GST. Okay, so then have you heard ITC? What is ITC? Huh? have you any one of you heard ITC word? I'm not asking about hotel. ITC, no idea? Okay. Most important, ITC, input tax credit. Okay. So first I will show you the transaction. So then we'll go for that ITC. Okay. So we'll slowly, so by doing the transaction only, we'll go for that. I'll open Tally. So for this company, the GST should be enabled. Okay. So enable of goods and service tax, it should be compulsory. It should be enabled. So as soon as you enable, so I'll show you one basic transactions of the GST. So before that, need to create some ledgers related to GST and all. Okay, so then only, so it will be passed out. So think like that, what is the tax? What is the transaction? So transaction is like so like this, your transaction, you know everything in this. You can pass this transaction. Only the thing, So central tax and state tax are added, that's all. Okay, that is one step, that's all. So the whole transaction you can pass it because you already learned all these steps. Okay, so necessary ledgers and all, will create a necessary ledgers for this. So first we will create a ledger, that is Kaya Traders. Kaya Traders. So it comes under sundry creditor. Maintain balance bill by bill and as accepted. Okay. So then after that, Kaya Traders purchases comes under purchase. Accepted. So GST is applicable? Yes, it's applicable. Before I used to say just give enter. Let's check it out later. So now I'm telling you concentrate on the additional options. So GST is applicable for this? Yes, it's applicable. Okay. For Kaya traders also, actually I have not entered the GST. So I'll go to alter. So ledger, Kaya traders. Okay, so GST, you can check it out here. So what type of GST they are? Okay, so see, composition, consumer, regular, and unregistered. So can you just explain, any one of you, can you just explain what is regular? First explain what is regular GST. Explain. Students, I'm asking the question, at least, okay, respond. Ma'am, we don't know. Ma'am, we
Regular
know.
means regularly who will purchase like that, ma'am?
Regularly, okay, but regularly I will also purchase some items. So then am I a regular dealer? See, 4 types of dealers will be there under the GST. Regular dealer, composition dealer, consumers and unregistered. So now tell me, regular dealer means regularly if they do business, then they are regular. If they close for 15 days, then they are irregular. Huh?
It is like that only, ma'am. Regular means who will buy regularly like that, no, ma'am?
Will buy regular.
Yes, regularly means like monthly they'll buy, no, ma'am.
Not on the concept of buying, the concept on turnover. Okay, on the turnover basis, it's not on the buying. See, whether you will do trading or not, GST will not ask you. Main thing is your turnover. So what is your turnover you are keeping? So your threshold limit will be there. Threshold limit means, so your turnover, okay, your turnover limit. So if it is crossed 40 lakhs turnover, so if you crossed 40 lakhs turnover, then you are a regular dealer every month. Okay, so if it is crossed 40 lakhs turnover, so then you are under, falls under regular dealer. If it is less, okay, so then you can call that as a composition dealer. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so like this, the composition and the regulars dealers will be there. So like your not more, see, per annum not more than 1.5 crores. Okay, so 1.5 where GST must be. Okay, so like 1% of the charges to the will be started. So for the compositions dealers. Okay, so and like that only for this one, for regular dealers also, there is some certain area will be there. Okay, like if you go for Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and uh, uh, which area, Sikkim, all this is still more is there, another like something, another two, I think so it's there. Okay, so that and all, around 8 or 10 places, I think so. Some 10 places have the limits are less, like per annum 75 lakhs something. 75 lakhs means 75 lakhs divided by 12. So 6 lakh 25,000. That's all. Okay, so per month 6,25,000 means a small businesses. So the turnover is like that. So the turnover per annum 75 lakhs. So up to the limit, they no need to pay the GST. They no need to pay the GST. Okay, for those areas, for those areas. Okay. So like this exempted limit, exemption limit, they have set regular and composition. Unregistered means they have not registered only. Okay, so unregistered dealers will be there. Okay. So like composition and regulars are difference are there. So some meanings also differs others. So compositions, they can't make a interstate, like they can't sell a goods for outer states and all. So composition. So but regular dealer they can make interstate. So why ma'am like that means, see, if your turnover is less, if your turnover is less, then how can you make a interstate dealings and all? If you're doing interstate dealings, then obviously your turnover should be more. Your turnover should be more. So like this, the concept. Okay, the regular and the concept. So for the composition, it will be lower rates. For compositions and all, they'll be having only 1%, 2%, 5% tax maximum for composition, because composition dealers will sell only like a normal basic items, small businesses for them, right? So charges will be like 1%, 2%, 5% and all. But for regular dealers, it will be more tax, like 12%, 28%, even 5% also will be there, 18%. So all highest tax rates will be for regular dealers. So even their filing also. So filings also, so they both are can make quarterly filings. Quarterly filings also will be there. Okay. So and have you heard SEZ units? SEZ anywhere? Have you heard? Huh? Have you heard this word SEZ? No, don't know. SEZ. We call it as SEZ. That is special economic zone. Special. That too, I will come back to that. Okay, we'll come back. Now I will select this as a regular dealer. Okay, so regular dealer. So then GST number. So 15 digits GST number will be there, 15 digits. So first two is your state code. So then after that 10 digits is your PAN card. In the 10 digits, first five letter is your alpha. Okay, first 5 is alpha, then 4 is your numeric. 4 is your numeric, then again one alpha. This is your PAN card format. This is your PAN card format. So then after that 1 Z9, like this means Z they have added. This is your code, means this one company code will be there. Okay, the number and all. Still they have not specified this. Okay, and accept it. Okay, so this is your Kaya traders. Okay, so then we'll create one more ledger. So that is purchase. Comes under purchase. Applicable, yes, it's applicable. Okay, so you want to set any GST details? Presently, no. What is the type of supply? Whether it's goods or services. So it's a goods, and accept it. Okay, so then after that we'll create a stock item. Okay, so we'll create a stock item. So think what's the stock item we are purchasing? Computer. Okay, so computer. Let it be primary only, category not applicable, units, numbers. If you enable GST, see the unit quantity code will come compulsory. You should select this numbers. So then accept it. So GST is applicable. Yes, it's applicable. It's a types of supply. So goods and accept it. Okay, so now we'll pass a voucher. F9 purchase voucher. So, but we have not created another two ledgers related to tax. So that is CGST. CGST comes under which group? CGST falls under which group? Yesterday we have discussed this. CGST falls under which group? CGST falls under which group? Can't you check these answers and tell me if the groups are displaying there? Huh? Okay, I don't know. So duties and taxes. It comes under duties and taxes. So it falls under GST. So then what type of GST is this? Central tax. And accept it. So then yes, GST. Duties and taxes, GST. So state tax. And accept it. Okay. So CGST, yes, GST is done. So now we'll go for vouchers. F9 purchase voucher. So the date is so and so. So then party name Kaya Traders. Party name Kaya Traders. So purchase. So name of the item. Name of the item was computer. Okay, so quantity is what was the quantity? 100. 10,000. So one item is over. Now below the total CGST. Okay. So SGST. Got it? CGST and SGST understood? I need a response. Impana. Impana. Navya. Navya. Muskan. Okay. Take a break. We'll come back at 5 o'clock and I will start up. Take a 10 minutes break. Hi all. Are you people are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Why no response before when transaction is done? Where were you? Huh? What you people, frankly tell me what you people will do? Eh? By logging in? Then where you will go? No, ma'am, that and all high secrets. We can't share and all those. Right? Okay. So now we'll go for a intrastate is completed. Interstate, right? So now we'll go for a IGST, that is interstate. Okay. So we have completed CGST, SGST. Similarly, IGST will be there. For that transaction. Okay. So in the GST, when you enabled, so you should select all this. The state automatically it will be selected. Just go through once and you should submit your GST number, your company GST number. Okay. So you should submit that company GST number. So you can set your GST rate details also is yours. Okay. So HSN code. So it's taxable. Yes, it's taxable. So what's the taxable? So you can say that is in 18% means 9. Like this, you can set the details. So then after that you can go for the vouchers. So purchase voucher. So the party name is your Pillai Traders. So it's not there, we'll create it. Pillai Traders. So comes under sundry creditors. Maintain balance bill by bill, yes, and accept it. So then accept it. Purchase, name of the item computer. So quantity 10. So 20. 10. So here we should charge up with the IGST, not a CGST, because this is interstate. So IGST comes under duties and taxes, GST, so integrated tax and accepted. So the IGST, so on the basis of the 2 lakhs, so the amount is 36,000 and accept. Got it? IGST. So everything is same purchase voucher or everything. Only the thing the IGST you should add and CGST, SGST you should add. So if you add that, so GST is so easy. Before and all it was different. So before it was different. Got it. So CGST and SGST and it's your IGST. Okay. So any doubts in this GST? Any doubts I'm asking? So I hope no doubts.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Oh, you understood well. So like this only you have separate reports will be there. So you can go for the GST reports. Okay, so you'll be having a GSTR 1, 2, 3 and all. So your GSTR 2 is your purchase and all. Whatever you purchased, it will be affected here. Okay. So for what is the amount you purchase and what is the tax amount. So what you have to pay. So see this is your ITC. So your credit, tax credit. Okay. So what is this ITC means? Okay. So what is actually the ITC means? So for example, you purchased for 2000 rupees, okay, and you paid the tax, think 150. So total the item cost is 2150. Then you sold it to 3500. You received the tax from your customer, so think 150. So the total is 3650. So the item here I'll put it as little amount is different, right? So 200. Okay, so we'll take it as 250. So like this. So now tell me whether for the government it will go 150 rupees or 250 rupees. For the government, which amount will be paid? 150 or 250? While you are purchasing the item, you pay tax to the supplier. That is 150 rupees. That item you sold it to your customer. For with the customer, you received 250 rupees tax. So you will give 250 or you will give 150 or both the thing.
150, ma'am.
Then what you will do 250? You will eat.
150 I'll keep, ma'am.
150 you will keep, 250 you will give it to government.
Yes, ma'am.
So
No,
what?
ma'am. 150 I will give, 250 I'll keep, ma'am.
250 you will keep. So
Yes, ma'am.
government will leave you if you keep 250.
Lesser GST I'll tell, ma'am.
You will pay lesser GST. Expensive GST you will collect.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. So how you have to pay GST means that is only ITC is nothing but input tax credit. Okay, so what is this input tax credit means? Output GST minus input GST. Output GST minus input GST. Output GST is your 250 minus 150. Means output GST is here on the sales. What you sold, those items are output GST. What you purchased, those items are input GST. So 250 minus in 150. So what is the left out amount? What is the difference amount?
100.
So it's 100. So 100 you are going to pay to your government. Not even 150, not even 250. So you already paid 150. Okay. So with the purchase, with the supplier, to the supplier already you paid, so that is 150. So you collected from the customer 250. So 250 minus 150, left out 100. So you have paid 100. Okay, that is input tax credit. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, very good. So now small one topic is there. Fastly we'll go for that. So that is banking. Okay. So that is banking. So a check printing option is there. Okay. So what is actually this check printing? So you can print a check in the tally. Means you can print a check, means you can't print a check in A4 sheets. Okay. You collect a check from your bank only. But on that, instead of writing in the pen, you can print the favoring name, amount in words, dates, everything. You can print those things. Okay. So those are check printing. So check printing option. Let's create a bank account first. So that is, for example, SBI Bank comes under bank account. SBI Bank comes under bank account. So then what is the account holder's name? So account holder's name, if it is this, let it be, and account number, bank account number, bank IFSC code, bank name, you have to choose here. So bank name, so see these many banks are there. Okay, so you can choose it up. So for example, State Bank of India. So State Bank of India. State Bank of India. So then branch, anything you can specify it. Okay, so you want to set a checkbooks? Yes. So from which number to which number do you have a check? Okay, so you can set it, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 80. Like this I'll give. So total 25 numbers of the check you have. So then you enter. So check printing, yes. So do you want to print the configuration? You can give the check formats comes. So the check formats, you can set it up the formats here. Which format is belongs to you. Okay. So you can set the formats here. So I'll choose this CTS format. So these are the dimension of the CTS format. What is the height of the check? What is the width of the check and all? So these are the dimensions comes. Okay. So then accept it. So this is the sample check will come. So this is your sample check. Like this it comes. Okay. The party name, if you specified, the party name comes, the amount, account payee. So if you keep the check in the printer, so you no need to write anything. So automatically it will be printed. Okay. So control A. So then accept it. So accepted the ledger, you created the bank ledger. Okay, so now we'll go for voucher. Okay, for example, I'm paying some amount, you think like for Kaya traders. Okay, think I'm making some payments around 5,000 or 5 lakh. Okay, against reference. So through SBI Bank, check. So what's the check number? Okay, if you're paying through check, so automatically it will ask you the check number. So it is the latest check. So then accept it. You want to see the preview of the check. Okay, so or else you don't want to see, so then you can accept it. So you want to see preview, you can go for a preview. See, like this, your check will be printed. So Kaya Traders, so account payee, so 5 lakhs. So we'll pass one more voucher. Okay, like this, you can pass n number of the vouchers. For example, I'll pass one expenses also. Salary. Okay. So now you have passed few transactions. Now you have not printed the check. So you want to print it. Okay, now you want to print it. So then you want to print the old transaction check now. Then you can go for a banking check printing. So which bank? SBI Bank. See these three vouchers you have not printed. Here it will be specified. Printed? No, no, no. So means you have not printed the check. So you want to print now. So if you want to print now, you can select it and give a Alt P is the shortcut. Okay. So in the tally, so you can print it. So with the Alt P. You want to print P. It will be check printed. So you can set it up here in the note. Okay, because as printer is not selected now. So your amount will be here. So this you can print if it is printer is connected. If it is printer is connected, you can print it and give it. Like this, you can print the old transactions also. Similarly, you can maintain check register. Means out of 25 checks, you have already given 3 checks. Out of 25 checks, you already given 3 checks. Any blank check you have given also will be counted. Okay, and it will be cancelled also. So these are the check register. Then bank reconciliation. What is bank reconciliation? Huh? Don't know, ma'am. Bank reconciliation is like a matching up your passbook balance and internet banking balance. Okay, so both should be matched together. So those are, if it is matched, so then you can do it up. So that is bank reconciliation. You can reconcile here. So you can select it and you can reconcile. So like Kaya Traders, So instrument dates. So you have given on April 1st, but whether they deposited to the bank on the same day or not. Okay, whether they deposited or not. So that you should check it out. So the bank date. So whether sometimes what will happen, 2-3 days delay they will do, but as per our accounts, so it will be deducted. As per our accounts, it's deducted, but in the bank, the amount is there still. Okay, in the bank, the amount is there. Okay, so now you can enter the amount. Sorry, we'll make it 2-4. Okay, like this you can reconcile it. So it's reconciled. The bank balance, yes, it's got it. So in that, you understood? Understood the banking concepts and GST concept. Students, can anyone respond to me?
Yes, ma'am.
What is my, where were you people? Till I beg with you all, you won't respond
Network
me.
problem, ma'am.
Yeah, always network problem. You are into the Bangalore. What network problem will be there?
Ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm in native.
Yeah, still you people are a native.
Yes, ma'am.
Why you are not all into Bangalore?
In Bangalore, we can't go out and all, ma'am. In native, we can round anywhere.
In Bangalore, you can't go out. Who
Yes,
is
ma'am.
staying at home in Bangalore?
Ma'am, after 9 o'clock, we can't go out, ma'am, here.
Who said? Who said like that?
Here, police, ma'am.
Oh, in Bangalore, everywhere you can go anytime.
Yes, ma'am. We are free from corona.
Ah, okay. Yeah, but your colleges, schools, nothing they are free from corona. I don't know what happened.
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
they are giving these online sessions?
Yes, ma'am. Network problem will come.
Okay, papa. So same thing you will do for others,
No, ma'am.